Hello, my name is Jenna Sandquist, and I'm going to show you my audience here. This is my mom, and Holly couldn't make it over tonight because of the road, so we're FaceTiming her in, my brother, and my dad. Set up here. Hard to get everything. Okay. Imagine this. You wake up early on a cold winter morning before you must leave for work, and you're in search of something to eat for breakfast. You don't have a lot of time, but you can't bring yourself to buy another granola bar or eat another piece of toast. The answer is cook an omelet. It's quick and easy to make. You can personalize it to your liking, and it's packed with protein that will carry you throughout your day. The first thing I'm going to do in this demonstration for how to cook an omelet is to go over some of the tools we'll be using to make the omelet. We have a small frying pan, spatula, a whisk, bowl, non-stick cooking spray, eggs, milk, and various ingredients that we will be putting in. So the first thing I did was prepare some of the ingredients for the omelet. You can use many different ingredients, but I have chosen to do onions, jalapenos, ham, and cheese. Other ingredients that you could put in would be different types of cheese, mushrooms, different types of meat, tomatoes, green peppers, other vegetables, but this is what we're going with. And this is where if you're in a hurry, you can do fewer ingredients. If you're wanting to make it tastier, you can add more ingredients. So the next thing that we're going to do is start with the 2 eggs. I'm going to grab the salt and pepper. So we will begin by cracking 2 eggs into the bowl here. I like to do 2 eggs because I think it's a good size omelet. I know other people that do 3 or 4. You can also make it with just the whites if you would like for a lighter omelet. And I like to add just a touch of milk. You could also substitute water if you want a lighter omelet. And then from there, you just hand whisk it. I stop about halfway through and add in some salt and pepper. And whisk it some more. Next, before we get everything else mixed in, we're going to go turn on the stove so it can start getting the pan a little bit warm. I put that on a low medium, so your omelet's not getting cooked too fast, but it's also not taking the whole morning. Alright, so once you feel like you've whisked it pretty well, we're going to set this aside, and we're going to put in we will put those in a second. We're going to put the egg into the pan, but first we're going to spray it with non-stick cooking spray. Levi, could you bring the... Alright, so next we're going to pour the egg into the pan. Make sure it heats where we want it. And we're going to go back over here, and we're going to grab our different ingredients. Right now we're going to do some of the onions, and I just like to spread it throughout. We're going to put in the jalapenos. My family likes to eat spicier foods. Hi, Holly. And we're going to put in some ham. I really like doing my omelet with bacon, but this is what we have at the house right now. So now you can make sure that your heat is adjusted accordingly, and you will just take your time letting it cook. Make sure that the bottom side is going to be getting done all the way through, and we want it to get cooked enough on the bottom so that it's easy to flip and it's not going to break at this point. I'd say that usually takes about 3 minutes or so to get one side cooked. And so while we're waiting for that, I'll explain what we're going to do next. Once the bottom side is cooked pretty well and you can start to see that it's getting cooked from the top, you're going to sprinkle the cheese in the middle. I like to make sure that it's right in the center, because if you put the cheese too far out around the edges, I found when I try to flip it in, the cheese just starts falling out on all sides of the omelet. So you can see here the bottom's starting to get done. We can kind of pull up the edges and see. We have some bubbles that are going in the middle. You can hear it a little bit. While we're doing this, if there's any questions from the audience, we'll be thinking about that and answering some of those once the omelet's done. So if you guys have any questions, keep those in mind. Alright, now that it's getting pretty done, we're going to take the cheese, we're going to sprinkle it right in the middle. It really doesn't take very much, because by the time it melts, it spreads out pretty well. So now what we're going to do here, this might not go well, but flip it in half. So now you're going to kind of pat it down, make sure you get it flattened out. This one worked pretty well because none of the insides came out, none of the edges broke. Keep it on that heat. And here in a second, we'll flip it once more. This has turned out better than some of my omelets have. And so, now what you'll want to do while that's finishing up cooking, you'll want to get the plate that you're going to serve it on, and any toppings that you would like to add to the top. My family loves sour cream and, like I said, a little spice, so today we have Louisiana hot sauce that we'll be adding to the sour cream. Alright, now that it's done, it's very easy to serve. We just slide it onto the plate. We're going to turn our oven off. We're going to add a spoon of sour cream. Oops. And just a touch of hot sauce. Now, are there any questions that we have from the audience?
How long have you been making omelets for yourself or your family?
I would say that I started making omelets only about 3 years ago. I only like to eat eggs scrambled, and so I was excited that my dad taught me a new way to make eggs that could be personalized for the whole family. Alright, here's the omelet, and I hope you've enjoyed learning how to make a new breakfast recipe. And here is the rest of my audience now that we're done. I've got Dad, my brother, Mom, and Holly. Thank you.